The card that showed up today is the Six of Cups inverted. And the message that I'm getting from this is sometimes you have to pour out the past to keep your cup open for the future. Let's lay some cards on the table about it. Cards on the table. Messages of encouragement by yours truly, Ayanta J. Muse. Messages that serve different collectives on different days. Moon days, moon, that one's for the ladies. Mars, Tuesdays, that one's for the fellas. Wednesday, Mercury, Uranus, that's for the eclectic collective. Thursday, Jupiter expands to the general public. Venus and Neptune bring love on Friday, so my Friday spreads are for the lovers. Saturdays, Saturn rule for the karmics at the crossroads. And Sundays are for all in a meditative state that just need a little bit of food for thought. They're specific, yet general, divinely aligned, yet timeless, practical, yet on another level, with notes of wisdom in between. So come, let's lay some cards on the table. Be sure to visit the description box of this video for all the links and information to book your personal tarot spread. Ashe. Alrighty then, so let's lay some cards on the table. And we've got the Six of Cups inverted. And the first thing that's coming to my spirit with this is let go of the past. And for those of us that are really in that space of healing, evolving, becoming the futuristic versions of ourselves, oftentimes people try to keep us in places that they are familiar with by the nostalgia of the past. I'm getting energies, if this is your reading, I'm getting energies of people trying to romanticize the way things were, so that you could be seduced back into a previous version of yourself. But I don't really see that working out for the home team, because underneath the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. And underneath the Magician is the Star card. You have embraced a higher level of being. And by nature and by default, that cancels out everything from your past that doesn't match your current vibration. And if you notice, you kind of have to dull yourself down, lower your vibrations to fit in with people of your yesterdays. And it's not anything personal towards them. It's just kind of like trying to wear your high school letterman jacket when you're in your 30s, you know? It's okay to release the past. You have to pour those old cups out so that new waters can fill in. And I just want to take a look at where your energies are in this. Let me see. Oh, you all about that action. Good stuff. So the movement card and the rest card came up. So it looks like you took some time to rest up, to heal from the past, and then you got moving. You got moving. This is a lot of cards, but I'm going to read them off because they're giving a very beautiful message. And if you notice, these cards are green, so this is heart chakra energy, which means you didn't leave the past in the past out of negative emotion or out of vengeance or out of vindictiveness or any of those lower vibrations. You moved on from the past because your heart simply told you it was time. And when these decisions come from a place of peace over hostility, you know there's no going back. And it seems that when you made this declaration in your space of rest and got moving, the divine protected you with the protection card showing up. And look, more green. You may be coming into some abundance with the Star card and the rest, movement, and growth card all green, and green is money, honey. So you have been spiritually and earthwise growing, and you've had a fierce determination with the yellow solar plexus. So you have the divine confidence to move forward into the energy you've always been in. And at the bottom of the deck, we got surrender. You surrendered to your higher calling, and it may have costed you some things in your past. And that can be really painful and something that the world does not see. And that's what make people comfortable thinking they can just kind of come back into your life because they're expecting the same version of you that you have intensely evolved. So let's pull some black roses off the vine real quick and take a look at Six of Cups energy. What is this nostalgia we're leaving behind? Okay. Fired up in reverse. Foresight. Muse. I love this card because it's got my name on it at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this message is pretty clear. In releasing things from the past with the Six of Cups inverted, you released people who were upset about your gifts and your light because fired up showed up inverted, which means the universe closed out these past cycles to get rid of people who were fired up about your energy, about your growth, and about your unwillingness, I'm hearing, to settle for a life that was beneath your spiritual caliber. Because with the foresight card, they all knew that you had gifts and they all knew that you were headed to higher places in life. And this was why they either got fired up about it, tried to shame you for it, any of those things. And I'm feeling at first it was very subtle because with Muse showing up at the bottom of the deck, you have always been an inspiration. But when people are not healthy in the spirit, they can't admit that people inspire them. And this is why they try to dim lights and turn them out and, obligate you to things that are beneath you. And I'm feeling that you have long broken and grown out of that in a very, very, very major way. Because with the Magician and the Star card, you pulled this God energy from within. Ashe? And so stay on that path. Just be aware that there are people that are nostalgic about a version of you that no longer exists. Ashe. All right, so there's my cards on the table. Of course, always take this back to your spirits in prayer to make sure that it's for you. And if you'd like to book your own tarot read, see the information in the description box. And as always, tune in to 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio every Thursday for the funky fire starter, Fathers of Song. Beam up. A question on the heart is the spirit's thirst for clarity. Readings, consultations, I call them intuitive counseling sessions, but you know what I mean. They're kind of like gumbo or peach cobbler. You may have tried many, but you haven't had mine. I can say I met the divine when I was about 9. Ever since I was 16, I found myself wondering, do I have an invisible "please come tell me your business" sign taped to my forehead? Then one day I was sitting at the bus stop at a crossroad, and I had the audacity to ask the goddess, why was I even sent to earth? And I became an ethereal, intuitive counselor. And the universe has been answering that question over and over again, one phone call at a time, for the last 9 years. From there, in between sessions, I began to relentlessly apply, align, and study the ways of the stars and of the ancients. 3 years in, Orisa priestesshood to Oya came knocking. Hence the Iya in the name Iyansa J, Iyansa, an Oya praise name. Oya is the Orisha who brings radical transformation and change. Make no mistake about it now, baby. I am no soothsayer. I am no fortune teller. I'm not a private investigator. I don't cast love spells. I'm not an emotional punching bag. I'm not a spiritual trash dump. I am not a haven for jinn spirits. I give guidance with clarity, with wisdom, with love, with truth. I unlock keys to your spiritual growth and your highest destiny according to your unique design. Ready for some evolutionary change? Let's talk. Flavorful, elite, divine guidance and wisdom, broken down to the practical to bring voyage change into your life for the better. Call 314-200-0368. That's 314-200-0368 for spiritual mentorship and guidance readings by Eonsa JT Muse. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up.